Thank you so much for being here. Now, on this video, we're going to be unpacking some of the cons that come with living in St. Johns County. Now, this is a part 2 video. If you're interested in the pros that come with living in St. Johns County, you want to be sure to click on the video link here so you can unpack those details as well. Stay tuned as we unpack the cons of living in St. Johns County.
We covered a little bit about the pros of St. Johns County. Let's dive into the cons. Like with anything, guys, there's good and then there's not so good, right? So one of the typical cons that comes with St. Johns County is what comes with when you're living in an area with a smaller population of only 300,000, which is a lack of public transportation. Just know you're going to have to bring your own car. I can't think of the last time I saw a city bus, a subway, or anything. You just know you're going to need a vehicle. Other things that come with living in St. Johns County, being of a smaller population, is a lack of high-paying jobs. You're going to actually have to either commute if you need a job in moving here, you're not working remote, you're going to have to potentially commute to Jacksonville, where there's, which is 20 to 30 minutes away, depending on where you are in St. Johns County, for maybe a higher-paying job. Or you may have to bring your job with you. Okay, so just be prepared that most of my customers that end up moving here, they are able to work remote. So commuting for, say, to Jacksonville is not necessarily an issue. Okay.
St. Johns County still has a few companies that offer very high paying jobs for you to take advantage of. Like one company in particular is Northrop & Grumman. Be sure to check them out.
Other things you need to keep in mind when it comes to St. Johns County is that it is a slower pace of life here. So when it comes to a bustling nightlife, we don't necessarily have that here. Granted, there are some things on the weekend that are open like past 11 o'clock and midnight, etc., like No Name Bar, Prohibition Kitchen, Ice Plant. There's a few things, but for the most part, most things are going to be closing around 9, 10 o'clock at the latest in this area. So just be prepared for that. It's not like Miami where they party all night long. Okay, so that's the other thing in mind. Other things to keep in mind when it comes to St. Johns County. Now, St. Johns County, out of all of Northeast Florida, is considered the more expensive side of Northeast Florida. So Northeast Florida, for the most part, the average medium home price is around the mid to high 300,000s, right? So when you look at Nassau County, Clay County, etc., Flagler County, the average medium home price is in the high 300,000s. For St. Johns County, the medium home price is in the low 500,000s as of right now. So because it has a #1 school district, more people have been flocking here, and the average income being in St. Johns County, as I mentioned earlier, around $85,000. People are willing to pay that higher price, and it's just out of pure demand that have driven up the prices here in St. Johns County. More people want to be here in St. Johns County for the #1 school district and some of the amenities that come with this area.
There's one last con that's important to mention, especially for those that are interested in living in the historic downtown St. Augustine area. It is not only beautiful and beautifully preserved, just keep in mind that due to his historic infrastructure, that oftentimes during heavy rain pours or storms, there may be flooding in certain parts of downtown St. Augustine historic area, but not other parts of St. Johns County. So please keep that in mind.
That's just a little bit of a peek of some of the pros and cons that come with living here in St. Johns County. Now you have to decide, is it a good fit for you based on your lifestyle, based on your values, based on what's important to you? Remember, it is a slower pace of life here, so you just need to be prepared for that. And please know, I'm here to be your resource, be your guide. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and be sure to watch this next video on the pros and cons of living in Jacksonville.